There's something that's bothering me. Excuse me, sir. Just one more thing. I wanted to make an episode of Variety Tech today about Columbo. I don't know if you know who that was, maybe depending on your age, but that was Columbo. He was a famous TV detective from the 70s mostly, but really he started in the late 60s and went until the early 2000s, over 30 years. He was a very intriguing character. It wasn't just about the mysteries, and that was always a fun thing, of course, to have the mysteries that he would figure out, and always plot twist is usually at the very end, and you're wondering what that's going to be. But Columbo was also just an interesting, funny guy. He didn't really care about his appearance. Well, he did a little bit, but I just don't think he was supposed to be aware of it all that much. He had other priorities. His hair always was a little bit disheveled, except for a few episodes. He had a wrinkled raincoat, trench coat. He loved to eat his chili, go into the diner and eat his chili. He had his droopy dog that he'd be carrying around sometimes. And one of the funniest parts was just the psychology of it. He'd be talking with these criminals who had different motivations, murderers. Maybe they were extremely arrogant, thought they were better than everyone else, or they had other motivations. But the psychology of it, the conversations, were just fun to watch. Like they would take him for granted. They would think he was an idiot, or then they start getting scared. Some of the mind games that would go both ways, or attempted to go both ways at least. Just a very enjoyable, well-acted, well-written show. And with lots of guest stars. And sometimes celebrity guest stars would return several times over and play new characters, make themselves look a little bit different. To be completely accurate, this show was not a traditional TV show. It didn't have its own proper seasons. What it really was it was part of a weekly mystery movie. It was a feature. Each episode was really a feature-length film, like an hour and a half or so, roughly. And NBC would have a different theme mystery movie. It could be Columbo, it could be something else entirely. There were other series of movies that would be in that slot. For instance, the first so-called season had 8 episodes, but it was really 8 movies. Now, Columbo did start as a single, standalone TV movie called Prescription Murder, and that was in 1968. He noticeably had flattened, combed-down hair in that episode, or that movie. But then it was brought back for a regular series of movies for the 71-72 season. These were released as individual sets some years ago. The first season 1 DVD slid out of a sleeve and then unfolded. And then season 2, which also had 8 episodes, was released also in a sleeve, but with 2 traditional DVD cases with a tray in it. Season 3 changed that packaging again. That also had 8 episodes. And this time the packaging was a sleeve with 2 traditional DVD cases with only 2 discs. But they were double-sided discs, the kind they don't make anymore, where you would flip it over. So they kept wildly changing the packaging standard with each season. And then with season 4, they finally settled on something else. Again, it was a sleeve, but it was a little bit thinner, and it was 3 slimline DVD cases that were transparent, each with 1 disc. And that also had less episodes, so it was 3 discs with 6 episodes. Same thing with season 5, 3 discs, 6 episodes. And then season 6 and 7, they combined those. It was more episodes altogether, but less per season. Season 6 was only 3 episodes. And then season 7 was 5 episodes. So they had that 8 episodes on 3 discs for season 6 and 7. And that was the end of the original series that ended in 1978. And then Columbo took a break for 11 years, and he came back on a different station in 1989, this time ABC. And for that early 1989 season, he made 4 episodes. And then for the next season, late 89, early 90, he made 6 episodes. Then for 90-91 season, he made 3 episodes. 91-92, only 2 episodes. The late 92 season, only 1 episode. Then the 93-94 season, back to 3 episodes. And after that, it was only sporadic from there. A single episode in 95, a single episode in 97, 98, then 2001, and then the very final one in 2003. So all these later ABC episodes were released on 4 different sets. So the compressed version that I have here is this set here. It's got all those pictures over it, and you'll see it has normal DVD cases that have multi-disc trays inside. And they have the same pictures as the original packaging, just simplified. You've got the Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5. And by the way, Seasons 3, 4, and 5 have bonus episodes of the spin-off Mrs. Columbo, which was later renamed and tried to be rebranded. But at first it was Mrs. Columbo, and it had definite tie-ins to the original series, such as his car and the dog. But then they tried to back away from that. Season 6 and 7. And then the 4 sets of the ABC movies were combined into these 2 cases. This one is 89-90, and this one is 91-2003. There was also another compact version of the series released that had some of those wide clamshell DVD cases, 2 of them, in fact, inside a sleeve. That's not the one I have. And they actually did release a Blu-ray version of the complete series. Oddly enough, in Japan only. I don't know if there's some Columbo fans over there, but yeah, in Japan only. A Blu-ray of Columbo, the complete series. And it comes in a wooden cigar box. But it's pretty high priced, so the more affordable way to see it in HD now is with NBC's Peacock streaming service. They have the whole series in high definition streaming on there. So I'll see you next time.